Welcome guys, this is my second draft of the day. I just played a very interesting deck. It was black-red, splashing green for Rivetier's Ascendancy, and blue for Hostile Takeover. And it was very fun to play, very interesting. I went 2 and 3, not the best result, but I did really enjoy playing it, and there were some very interesting lines of play to sort of figure out. So that's called the Pyre Sledge Murders. So that should be on my channel somewhere. Now, we're going to move on to, I think this is maybe draft number 5, perhaps. We've got 21 hours left. I'd like to play 3 drafts if I've got time, but we'll see. Now we've got Evelyn the Covetous, so this is a Maestros card, but you can see she's, you could definitely run her in mono black, black blue, or black red, because she's got a forgiving mana cost, you might say. Is this card good enough to build an entire deck around? I sort of think it might be. So 2/5 flash could be a surprise blocker to take out a grizzly bear. When it enters the battlefield, you exile the top card of each player's library with a collection counter. What I think is quite funny about this card, you wait till your opponent scries and puts something good on top of their library, and then Evelyn jumps out and nicks it. That's got comedic potential, I would say. It also says once each turn you can play a card from exile with a collection counter, and you can spend mana. So if the ceiling for this card, you get to play 2 cards. It's drawing you 2 cards essentially. That's some pretty good card advantage. So I think this card is very, very good. It's got a big body as well. It's good. It's a good blocker on the ground. We'll just remember that you can get another trigger every time you play a vampire. So so vampires are now at a premium as well. Right. So I will mention we are drafting for our collection. We're going to take a Structural Assault. I don't think we use this card in the deck. It is a sweeper if you've got lots of artifacts, or if you can blow up your opponent's artifacts. In fact, I won't get distracted by this. I won't try and build around Structural Assault. I'll just put this in the sideboard. That's it's very, very, I think, very dubious to try and build around this card. You might use it in best of 3, of course. Not many people are going to be building decks that have loads of artifacts. Right, I'd say we definitely want to play Evelyn. We're sort of semi-committed to Maestros. So yeah, white and green cards we're probably going to ignore to some extent, unless they're amazing. So yeah, Boar and Brawlers are just okay, I would say. Right, well, the Grifter is blue. I've seen people using this. This is pretty nice late game card draw or a card selection. Just ditching those excess lands for extra cards, or dumping things in the graveyard to just pump the guy up. This guy's always a little bit scary when I see it pop out on turn 1. I feel like I need to blow this guy up as soon as possible before it gets out of control. But I don't know if I want to pick it. Alright, Rogue's Gallery. Because we're more interested in building up a strong sort of base of black cards. We've got to remember we're looking out for vampires as well. Rogue's Gallery is pretty good. If we've got, you know, a lot of colours of creatures, which we might do. We don't know yet. I don't know if we want to grab that card and build around it. Maybe not. There's the Corrupt Court Official. This card's just quite solid. Decent 2-drop. Extract the Truth. Is okay. It's decent. The Initiate is decent. 2/2 beta. So this will fix for white, blue and black. It's a very good late game creature, but yeah, very, very late game. 7 mana. Ominous Parcel, nice mana fixer. We could just pick this now, so that we've always got that to fall back on. I think, I don't know. If I was braver, I'd go for the Hypnotic Grifter, because I've not used this guy before. He might have quite a lot of potential to him. But the Court Official is the most comfortable pick here. I know it's good. I know exactly how good it is, and it definitely is going to. If we're going Maestros, it's going to be good fodder for casualty cards. Yeah, I think it's the Court Official, to be honest. Just take it. Right. Voluntary Employment. So that's red. I don't like these kinds of cards that much, but in a sacrifice deck, which might be the way we're going, this could be pretty fantastic. Right, a counterspell. I don't usually play counterspells. My opponents play them all the time, and they work really well. Right, okay. Run out of town, so this is what you call a tempo card. That could be quite a good 4 mana removal. Extract the Truth. Perhaps the best black card available. Right. Plasma Jockey is just an out-and-out good card, I would say. I've got to, obviously build around involuntary employment a bit, whereas this is just always good in every deck. So yeah, I might be going black-red again. That's decent. It's an expensive removal spell, but pretty decent. Yeah, white, blue, and red, green. Not particularly what we're interested in. I guess only problem with Extract the Truth is if you draw it late game and they don't have any cards in their hand. It's just kind of another card that's going to be dead late on. At least you get some value out of the Court Official if you can sacrifice it or something. Because they might not be playing enchantments. Chrome Cat's pretty good as well. I think, yeah, Plasma Jockey, just a very good card. I think it's the best card there. Now, we have Maestros Charm, and we've already got a Maestro card. This seems good. Very good removal, and yeah, it has some other utility to it as well. Probably go for that. Yeah, there is the Maestros Theatre here. We're at pick 5, so this is our last pick from this pack. I think. Oh no, maybe no. I'm lying. If you look at the cards, you're obviously going to get 15 in each pack. So we'll get pick 13 from this one. If we're lucky, the theatre will go all the way around, but we'll take the charm. There we go. Right, graveyard shift. Yeah, it could be quite exciting to get something back at instant speed. Not a fan of this one particularly. Right, Run Out of Town is quite decent, but I don't want to. I think it's looking black red. I don't think this is a good enough reason to like go into blue. We've got light 'em up here, so that could be our first casualty card. We had this in the last game, and it was fine. It was all right. I think yeah, I think that's playable. I don't know. Graveyard shift costs 5, so it's sort of. I want to focus on having a good early game, really. Right, Scrivener. So gaining or losing life during your turn. So Maestros Charm does that. Now, so I think that's interesting as an early pick and a build around card. I think this may be where you do take the Vampire Scrivener, and then you're more motivated to take anything that spends life or gains life. So the solid pick here is the Riveteer's Initiate, because it's a 2-drop for 2 mana. But I fancy picking the Scrivener and see if we can get this thing to get out of control. Of course, your probably the main source of life gain are going to be just your lands, the fixing lands. Oh, and I completely forgot. I'm looking for vampires, so that happens to be a vampire. I just completely blanked, completely forgot about that for a bit. So, and I see another vampire. That's Maestro's Theatre is there as well, but I think we've got to pick, and that's a good vampire as well. Glamorous Outlaw. Guess what? It's a vampire. So, and it fixes my mana, which is nice. Yes, so we grab that. Right, dig up the body. Pretty good. Wrecking Crew, pretty good. Ominous Parcel, pretty good. So, mana fixing, big reach creature, or getting stuff back from the graveyard. So, casualty-wise, we do have one court official to work with, dig up the body. So that could definitely work. We do have one mana fixing card already. I'm tempted by the parcel. I guess we've got 2 flying blockers already, potentially. I think there's less need for Wrecking Crew in this deck. I think we can take a dig up the body here. We might not see another one, so I think that's a very useful tool for us. I feel like Extract the Truth might be pretty good, but I'm going to go for the parcel this time. We're definitely committed to 3 colours, so we're going to need a bit of mana fixing. It is throwing a lot of Extract the Truths at me, but I could go Chrome Cat, which is a good 3-drop. I think, yeah. The other thing I've been sort of focusing on is just making sure I've got a solid creature base to begin with. So I think I'll go for the Chrome Cat there. I'm sure many people would disagree with that, but that one there, that one goes there. So that's 11 very playable cards. We need 12 more for the deck, of course, and that's fantastic. We've got very playable red creature in the rare slot, so we just take that. Okay, I see, first of all, Maestro's Theatre is down there. We want to get one of those at some point. That's a good green card. We have to ignore. Good white card we have to ignore. Cutthroat Contender. Very interesting. So this is one of the rare times we are probably going for this card. It's a vampire, and you can pay life with it. So it works with Vampire Scrivener. So I think in any other situation this would be one of the worst cards in the pack, but it is it's pretty good here. The other option, we could just take Maestro's Theatre and hope that this wheels around, because I'm not dead set on this card, and this is also another thing that gives me life gain that could work with a Scrivener potentially. So I think, is there anything else good? I don't like Incriminate very much because it does nothing when they have one big creature. Obscure Initiate is good as well, but we're going to keep our exposure to blue to our multicolored cards. I think we don't want to take that. That's a good card as well, but yeah, Sewer Crocodile is very splashable. So interesting. You can also pumping that to 2 power puts it in range of Light 'em Up. I think maybe that gives it the advantage over Maestro's Theatre. Maybe I think I want to go for Cutthroat Contender. Right, step out the back. Pious Sledge Arsonist is really fantastic with a sacrifice deck with Casualty, and it looks like we're going that way. However, I do see there's a few good red cards. There's Strangle down here, just a very nice card. There's Torch Breath, an X damage spell to creatures and planeswalkers. So they're all very good. I wonder if Pious Sledge Arsonist would actually wheel around. So we see this again in pick 11. I feel like the Torch Breath and the Strangle disappear by pick 11. But maybe and I don't know if Torch Breath is better than Strangle. Right, we'll do a little test. I've just had a really good draft using Pious Sledge Arsonist, so I'm kind of satisfied. I know how good this card is. I feel like I don't pick it here. I pick the Strangle. We'll just see if we're lucky and it wheels around. I don't think, you can't really argue with picking Strangle here. And unfortunately for him, he's not a vampire, you see, so that takes him out of the running a little bit. We've got another Vampire Scrivener, by the way. It's a vampire. It's got flying. It's a 5-drop. I think we could do that, but then there's another Corrupt Court Official, which is another great thing to have. Another Light 'em Up. I think maybe this is the Scrivener deck. Maybe this is the Vampire deck. So Go for it. That can be my top end. Okay, the Forged boss. Is that any good? Bit of direct damage. He's beefy. 3/4. I do like the pickpocket. We could splash for the pickpocket. It's not out of the question. Maestro's Theatre is there. So I guess pick 13 we might have a chance of getting that. I think because we're not black-blue, so I don't think we go for Newsy here. We've got a few sacrifice effects, haven't we? Plasma Jockey is one. Dig up the body, light them up. So we've got three sacrifice effects on creatures. It's looking like a sacrifice deck. I think it's a Forge boss. Psychic Pickpocket is pretty amazing, but yeah, I think when there's a Forge boss there, you go for that. When you've got the right deck for it. Right. Court Official is good. Revel Ruiner's good. I'd say, how are we doing on 2-drops? It looks pretty weak so far. 2/2-drops. I think that makes the decision for us. And this isn't a vampire. It's a Cephalid. So yeah, another 2-drop. Thank you very much. Okay, this looks like a very tasty black deck, black pack here. We've got Graveyard Shift. Reanimation spell for 5 mana. I think it's not this one. Night Clubber. Very interesting. 2 black and 1. All my opponent's creatures get -1/-1. Then we can blitz this out as well. This goes well with red because you've got things like Light 'em Up to finish things off that have been reduced in size. This is a very good card. Another Court Official. Strap the Truth. Midnight Assassin. This is the tough one because this is a vampire, and as you know, we're building up a bit of a vampire deck here. We've got 6 vampires. I think though, on balance, I like Night Clubber a bit more, even though we've got a vampire payoff. I've not tried Night Clubber at all in the draft yet. It's an uncommon. We're not unlikely to see another one. Good opportunity to try this out. So I think it's going to be worthwhile. Okay, we have the Illicit Shipment again. Fatal Grudge. Okay, this has got to be playable. Yeah. Nimble Larcenist, Wrecking Crew. It's got to be Fatal Grudge here. My sacrifice deck. Okay, Revelation Power. So Girdagoons are fantastic. Midnight Assassin's very good. It's funny, I've just been beaten up by Girdagoons quite viciously, and it feels strange to not pick this card now, but I guess we do. It's a 5 mana card. You can blitz for 4. It's a pretty good 4-drop. We've got a couple of 4-drops, but I think I'm going for the vampire. We'll go for another Midnight Assassin. It's a bit more defensive, and it synergizes better. Well, the Girdagoon synergizes as well because it sacrifices itself at the end of the turn. Maybe this is the deck for Incriminate, and maybe it's better than Quick-Draw Dagger. Quick-Draw Dagger and Death Touch is a pretty nice combo, though. Maybe it's the deck for Quick-Draw Dagger. Yeah, let's actually try that out. And I've not been playing any combat tricks at all, really. So that's this will be a departure for me. I think I'd only play one Quick-Draw Dagger in the deck. Might be more likely to play Card Draw. Okay, it's Incriminate or Chrome Cat. Yeah, I really don't like Incriminate that much. I think the solid 3-drop creature is better here. Bookcase, nice late pick. Revel Ruiner, very nice late pick. Okay, now we're actually over the... we've got enough cards for the deck. I think I'd take out Demon's Due here. It's good, but it's quite risky if you're on the draw and you're getting beaten up a bit. I think I'll take out the Bookcase as well for the moment. I don't think it's a Bookcase deck. So we've got to focus on improving the deck here. We won't be able to splash for Void Rend. So this is obviously I'm rare drafting, but I've already got 4 copies of this one, which is nice because I could pick Raffine's Silencer. That really works well with some of the other things in the deck, like Nightclubber and the casualty cards. Mayhem Patrol is good as well. Plasma Jockey is really good, but I know how good this card is. I won't pick another one. I will play with Raffine's Silencer because I've not tried this one before. Okay, yay, Cemetery Tampering. The inevitable Cemetery Tampering. We'll have that. That's my 3rd one now. Right, Grisly Sigil. Casualty 1. We've got the 2 court officials in the deck. Right, if a creature was dealt non-combat damage this turn, it deals 3 damage to it, and you gain 3 life. Otherwise it deals 1 damage and you gain 1 life. So with casualty, this does 4 damage. It's a lot. I'll tell you what, 1 black mana. It is sorcery speed. It reminds me of the Kamigawa red instant, where you can sacrifice an artifact to do 4 damage. The name escapes me, but I think this is probably the card. I want to try this out again. It's another black uncommon. I haven't seen too often. The other options, we've got Custodian there, Revel Ruiner, Mayhem Patrol. We're quite familiar with all of those. Let's get the Sigil. Right, slip out the back. I don't think so. Mayhem Patrol, pretty good. Glamorous Outlaw is another vampire. We can focus on improving our mana with lands a little bit more. I don't think we play another Glamorous Outlaw. I think we improve the 2-drop. Yeah, 2-drop slot. We only have 4 2-drops. That's pretty bad. That's pretty nice. Another Corrupt Court Official or a Light 'em Up. We need, obviously, Casualty 2 for Light 'em Up. That makes it a bit less usable. We can use it with Cutthroat Contender. Mayhem Patrol can boost up our court officials. I think court official number 3 appeals to me a bit more. Okay, we've got a black-blue land. That could be very useful. We're splashing, yeah, a couple of blue cards, so that's what we pick here. So another black card draw card. I think we join the Maestros here, put it in the sideboard. I think I'd take another Ominous Parcel if we need it. Another 2-drop. Oh, this is a good 3-drop. You can go to the graveyard and you can draw cards later on. 5 mana removal spell. I don't think we need it. I think we'll go for the Initiate. Okay, Revel Ruiner. Okay. So I think a couple of times I talked about the Maestro's land, hopefully wheeling round, but didn't happen. So that's a bit awkward for us. We now have to probably run both Ominous Parcels, I would say. And we'd only run one island, I think. I think that's fine. Okay, there is one little problem potentially. With Dig Up the Body, you could mill the island off the top of the deck, which could be awkward. And I think my Halo Scarabs might be my only source of treasures. Oh, we have a professional Facebreaker. Yeah, that's pretty good to have. So I don't think there's anything here I'm desperate to put back in the deck. We probably need this fixing from Glamorous Outlaw. I think that stays in the deck. Obviously Evelyn's fantastic. Maybe we drop Quick-Draw Dagger, drop a Revel Ruiner, drop a Scrivener. Do we need, how many Chrome Cats do we need? Maybe we can drop the Chrome Cats. Yeah, definitely want to play all these ones quite a bit. Maybe we don't need Dig Up the Body so much, as good as it is. It's like, yeah, maybe we can drop a Dig Up the Body. So we keep the Cutthroat Contender because it's a vampire and it works with the Scrivener. Then we've got to find 2 cuts somewhere here. I think we probably just have to keep the Ominous Parcels. I think because we've got 3 court officials, that goes really well with Sigil. I think maybe we just drop light 'em up because there are less things that we can sacrifice with it. And maybe we drop one of the Halo Scarabs. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it sort of feels bad to drop a Scrivener, but we do have 3 sort of top end creatures here. It's probably enough. But I think I'll call that end of part 1 and have a bit of a think and fine tune the deck. Right. Thanks for watching so far. And welcome back to part 2. So I have made some changes to the deck. I've decided this is sort of one of those rare situations. I think I can go up to 45 cards here. I did count because I had a look at all of the card draw in the deck, and there's 9 or 10 card draw cards. So I think maybe at that point, decking yourself out is potentially an issue. If you use the first step of Maestros Charm, you're kind of knocking out the top 5 cards of your library. And Professional Facebreaker can be just repeated card draw when you sacrifice treasures. So I thought I'm pretty comfortable going to 45 cards. It makes makes some of the decisions a bit easier as well. So I've been able to fit in a Quick-Draw Dagger, which I'm kind of excited about. I don't usually play these. It's basically a combat trick, really, but this is a good one that gets to stick around. This and the combo I'm thinking of is really with Midnight Assassin. So Death Touch and First Strike is it's pretty good. So that's the one I want to pull out off as well. Raffine Silencer. The death trigger on here scales with Raffine's the silencer's power, so you can put a dagger on there. When it dies, it's going to do a -3/-3 if you've connived and dropped a non-land card. So there's a couple. Kind of feel like it's a couple of good reasons to play this. I have put in Demon's Due. I did because I've had a look at my Scrivener, and the bad news is I only have about 4 things that either gain me life or lose me life. I think one of them is the 3-point drain life or Maestros Charm, which is probably you're unlikely to use unless you can kill someone with it. So this card is not looking very good here, but I'm going to persist. I'm going to try and play it just because we do have this persistent thing I can pay life for, the Cutthroat Contender. So that's one potentially good combo there. And with we've got a mill card here, and possibly the Maestros Charm mill effect. We're seeing quite a few cards in the graveyard with this deck, so it gives us a bit more chance with Dig Up the Body to put combos together, creature combos. So I want to keep one Scrivener in the deck, and it's a vampire as well, so it goes well with Evelyn. But we definitely don't play 2 of these things. It is expensive. Let's see, what else did I put in? I think I put Dig Up the Body back in the deck. I cut it for a bit. I'm going to run 1 Halo Scarab. I think 1's about right. You can see from our mana curve, we've not got too many 2-drops. 6 2-drops, 5. We do have 5 1-drops, mostly removal spells, parcels. Got the 1 creature there. We've got 5 2-drop creatures. So I mean, I feel like it should be able to hold the ground in the early game reasonably well. And I think that is about it. So I think one thing I was just looking at, I'll tell you what, that structural assault isn't that bad in this deck. In this draft. if we were to play all of our artifacts, I think we've got 9 artifacts. It's kind of an intriguing possibility. Let's put it like that. I can play, I think, yeah, about 8 artifacts, and I've got a source of persistent treasure making as well. It's a curious possibility, but it's just I've just been playing, of course, with Hostile Takeover, which is it's quite difficult to cast, but it's you know, it doesn't have any prerequisite. It just does 3 damage to everything and some other stuff. So the chances of me matching that and getting like 3 artifacts out, and then I had to blow up all my own artifacts to make it work. It doesn't. I don't think it makes the cut. It's just kind of, as I say, it's quite intriguing. It's a bit like playing Cemetery Tampering. Yes, that could eventually get you 20 cards in the graveyard. But not sure. Not sure it's really playable. The things we've left out, the 2 Revel Ruiners. I mean, it's a good card. It's quite aggressive. It does quite a lot of damage. I guess it's also fragile. Things like Light 'em Up can blow it up. I've still left out Light 'em Up because we've got so many court officials. I think maybe Casualty 2 is not going to be a consistent thing we can hit. Better off with something else like Fatal Grudge. Yeah, left out the Chrome Cats, the Bookcase. Not really a Bookcase deck. I don't have many high power creatures that I want to make unblockable. I think this is quite a grindy deck, to be honest with you. It'll take a little while if we can to actually win the game, if we can win any. But we'll see how we get. We'll see how we get on. Could be I think this about every single deck I make could be a 0-3. So, but we're prepared for that. We've got some interesting combos. I think that makes me happy. I think. Okay, we've got room for that card. Let's just get into it. We should have enough gold to do 2 more drafts. I mean, it's just a case of having the time and the motivation to do it. I'm gonna go for it. I think I want my this has done wonders for my new Capenna collection, I suppose. So that's something. Right, so it's a 2-lander, but we've got Ominous Parcel. We can find our island, get all 3 colours. We could play Court Official turn 2, but we don't have to play this turn 2. I think we might be better off. Well, actually, yeah, we can activate the Parcel turn 3 if we need a land. Otherwise, we can play a Silencer. And we've top decked a land, so that's pretty nice. Let's go for the Swamp. Unlicensed hearse. Well, I mean, that's bad news for me because I've got a bit of graveyard action. It's crew 2, so just remember that. We're giving him fuel here by playing a corrupt court official, but I think that's okay. Because yeah, he can exile 1 card. Is he going to do it? No, he didn't. That's a good card as well. Broker's Initiate. Doesn't have enough to crew this yet either. Okie doke. Right. guess, yeah, we've got our third land drop. We don't have to use the parcel yet. I think we could go for a silencer. Connive. Right, no. We don't want to connive. He'll just... Yeah, we don't really want to connive because he will gobble that up. I think... I just want to swing in with Court Official. We've definitely got some interesting decisions to make. I would definitely like to take this off the board. We'll go for the assassin. It's not a lot of damage, but this might be where he counts. Oh, he might have a counter spell. Yeah. Got to remember. So this thing can do 4 damage. So. Oh right. No, he's got me good there. That's the Court Official out. That's going to hit me. No blocks. And okay, yeah, because you can blitz it for 1 black and 2. Okay. We've hit a land drop. That's really good. So we are just holding back on our silencer a little bit. I think we'll go Plasma Jockey now. We'll cast the full version of it. So I think he was, yeah. I think he's missed a land drop, is that right? I think he went first. It's terrible that I can never remember, but obviously he wants to blitz things out to try and hit his next land, which makes a lot of sense. Now I should eat my official now, which is very traumatic for me. Got his own Midnight Assassin, okay. Okay. Right, I've got an idea. So Silencer comes out. We connive and we actually discard the swamp. So it's only going to be a 1/1. And then we... wait. If it's a 2/2, the death trigger kills the assassin. The Grisly Sigil kills the initiate. And I can play a swamp, and I can just oh wait. Maybe that was a mistake. I need blue mana. I can't use this as removal. I'm taking too long. Let's just cast Demon's Due now. We like this card. It gets us. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have the land next. No, let's draw this. We'll do it this way around. Just if we... Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do it that way around. Let me draw the... Of course, we just draw the lands. So I think I'm quite okay about trading off for this Midnight Assassin now. And he's going to kill the Plasma Jockey. Okay. Makes sense. Right, that's getting scary. See, he's got 3 mana there. Right, so this thing does have it's 5 mana to boost this thing. I do have mana fixing for blue, so I won't. But I suppose I want to cast this as well. I think I'm best off using this to blow up the Initiate before he gets to land number 5. That is my thinking. But for the moment, I'll swing in with the Assassin. Actually, no, scotch that plan. No, I think that's an easy target. As soon as he taps his mana, I can get this guy. I don't need to worry about it. So I'm gonna just use Glamorous Outlaw at the end of his turn. Not gonna play the Silencer just yet. That's definitely my combo, I think. Okay, another Assassin. So this deck, very defensive as well. I guess he discarded his aggressive thing here, his 3/1 flyer. Don't do that. I will Glamorous Outlaw, and we'll make one of the mountains a blue mana source. This does something pretty cool. And we won't use the Ominous Parcel yet. So my turn. Okay, interesting. We've got a Nightclubber. Okay. Kind of happy to trade off Midnight Assassins. This obviously helps him boost up his unlicensed hearse, but we'll just have to take that on the chin. And then we'll play the Glamorous Outlaw. And I get to scry for 2, which is very nice indeed. Okay, that is a source of blue mana. And that is another Ominous Parcel. I think these are both good things to draw. That is just another removal spell, so that is good. Hold the swamp. We don't need the swamp. Okay, I think we play the Waterfront District. Now, what's the worst thing that could happen to the Outlaw? I think we just swing in and attack. Hope for the best. I think it's got 3 cards there now. 3/3. Oh, lovely. Yeah, that is very impressive. I think we will respond by doing it 4 damage. What else does he have? slip out the back. He might... Oh, tell you what, the worst thing is he could have the black. He did not have the black instant that lets the creature survive and come back to life. What's it called? Fake your own death. That would have... He'd been able to kill my Outlaw. Oh, actually, no, that would have given him... Yeah, it would have given him 2 power extra, so he'd still have died and then come back later. So the refuse to yield would have fizzled. There goes my graveyard. Windshield agent, okay. So just got to remember Sigil. We'll only do this guy 1 damage on the second activation. Right. So Silencer could get to 3/3. And then we could sacrifice it with Sigil. Right, important. This is a 2-power creature. He can activate the Hearse, and it's a 5/5. This will kill my Glamorous Outlaw. So are we going to discard a Nightclubber here? I think so. I'm going to play Silencer. I want it to be bigger. Obviously this can tap and okay, let's get rid of the Nightclubber. I don't think it doesn't kill anything at the moment. We've got the Sigil we can use. We've got Ominous Parcel. Which, yeah, we won't be able to use that. Okay, but let's go to combat. So we think the death trigger on the Silencer will make the Hearse small enough for me to deal with. You might have slip out the back. That's... Oh, right. Little problem. This is sorcery speed. I've made that the classic error. Damn it. I was just reading about somebody talking about light 'em up, because that's also sorcery speed. Right, let's just read this card. This copies the card. We're going to... That's been dealt combat damage. Let's not completely mess this up. So Grisly Sigil is what we do. We do it with casualty. Target a creature or planeswalker. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, it was complicated. I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, spent a bit too much time there. We've got a huge 7/7 creature that's not going to be... We can't hit with... Oh, okay, yeah, it's got something else horrendous. Yeah. So yeah, one of my big problems there is that I spend too much time on things. I think we just lose now, unfortunately. And that's 9 damage through. So our options here: chump block, kill the Metropolis Angel. Then we could Ominous Parcel the Wing Shield Agent next turn. Or we could let this through. Sigil that, sacrifice that. Wait, does that work? Or sigil that twice and reduce it, and then we kill it. Okay, I think we just we'll keep it simple. One blocker dies. The Metropolis Angel gets taken out. This is instant. This is instant speed. Okay, that does 5 damage. Isn't enough damage at this point. This does 4 damage, so we can blow up. So that's bigger. Right. That is at instant speed. Okay, this is going to involve tapping 9 mana. We've only got 7 mana. Okay, that settles it. So it's got to be Ominous Parcel and just blow up the Wing Shield Agent right now. I'm going to go ahead and play a Swamp, I think. So he needs a 2-power creature. I guess he's got a tap to attack. Vampire Scrivener. Yeah, so he can send that in at me. Take 7. Okay. Right. Maestros Charm. Can do 5 damage. We don't have many things left in the graveyard for dig up the body. Right. Do we have anything cheap? As a matter of fact, we could Nightclubber. What? Yeah, I'm running out of time again. Okay, I think dig up the body is a thing here, and I think we get a Nightclubber. I think we have to think fast. Let's let's blitz that out. Let's swing in for 2 damage. Let's Grisly Sigil. Creature. Sacrifice that, draw a card. Creature or planeswalker. We can shoot it twice. I gain. Okay, I don't gain 3 life. That's a shame. Okay, and we can play a Swamp. And we might. We're dead if he's got a 2-power creature, which he does. Okay. Okay, I think that's a good game. But yeah, yeah. It's interesting. I've been doing well with my time management usually, but yeah, that was a little bit complicated, and I messed it up. But yeah, I did. Oh well, and that seemed like a very straightforward game for quite a while. He didn't have very much early game, just had the hearse, and I just had to deal with his creatures. But yeah, I think Grisly Sigil, forgetting well, not first time using it, realizing, oh, it's a sorcery. So hopefully we won't make that mistake again. But there you go. That's what happens. Because that was we had a 4/5 just going into his big creature, and then we thought too long because it was down to 3 health, and we just had to. I don't know why. I was just thinking. Okay, this is a good hand. We've got double black for Nightclubber. That's very good. We've got a couple of 3-drops, in fact. Okay, hello. Let's play our tap land first. See if he plays only 1 toughness creatures. That would make me very happy. Do not have a 2-drop. Does he have a flash creature? He's got Revelers. Okay, so this looks like Cabaretti we're up against. So might have some citizen tokens in the future. This guy makes a citizen. The Upstart for 2. Very good card. So it has Vigilance. Right, we'll go for the Swamp. Right, we could blow him up. I think we'll play the Face Breaker. And we'll just absorb the damage. And we'll try and play a Quick-Draw Dagger next turn to win the fight. But no, he's going to get blown up. Brutally. Right. The problem with being on the draw, they get to do that. Sometimes they do that over and over again. We're not keen on using this removal card. See, this is where you draw your Demon's Due, and it's terrible. We don't really want to take another 4 damage and lose 2 life. This is where Nightclub is pretty bad, but it is a 2/2 blocker. I think I'd rather trade this off with the Upstart. See, I'm taking too long again. This is my best option. It's not a great option. I don't get to blow up all of his tokens. Now he gets that, and he gets his citizen. Yeah. Not attacking, okay. Fine by me. We've got Evelyn the Covetous, who can actually... we can flash into play. We've also got Quick-Draw Dagger, depending on what this guy wants to do. I think I will keep all options open. I'm just thinking Mayhem Patrol doesn't do much, but it could block a citizen token. And end the turn. Okay. She does not trade off with Rakish Revelers, unfortunately. That's the only drawback. So if you just... okay, right. We'll do Evelyn the Covetous here. First time we get to see this card, so that's quite fun. He's not playing blue, so he's not going to done a counter spell on it, so that's good. That's not bad. Sticky fingers, right? We will take out the 4/2 and the 1/1. Take 5. Oh, take probably 10 damage. Yes, I've just realised that's pretty horrendous, isn't it? But no follow-up creatures, probably. He gets a card from that one. Okay, he got a Witty Roastmaster, so he's going to have some nice direct damage for me. How wonderful, right. I can just play this quite happily, can't I? Oh, I can only play one of them once each turn. Okay, so that's going to disappear until next turn. Okay, I get it. Right. Well, we've got actually our combo here. We've got Midnight Assassin and Quick-Draw Dagger, which we're pretty happy about. Oh, we're going to collect some more cards because that is a vampire. That's sweet. Yeah, we are not attacking. We've got to protect our life total. Wow, we got Rocks Pummeler. That's not bad. Just remember, we can only play one of these. Don't immediately grab the land. Oh no, this is a really horrible combo with Witty Roastmaster, so that's 2 ping damage she can do. So I'm really on 4 life. Okay. Right, bold move, but I think got to kill the Roastmaster. It's just direct damage. That's going to get out of control. Yes. So let's see if we he probably pops the treasures in response to do me 2 damage. Right. So we have 6 mana. Is this a vampire? Human Citizen, oh come on. I guess he's still an initiate and not a vampire yet. Demon's Due is not looking very good. Right, we cannot attack. I think we could play Rocks Pummeler though, here. We could make as many creatures as possible here as well. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maestro's Initiate actually trades off with a Rakish Reveler, so I think that's a good move. We want to keep 3 mana up for... Oh yeah, yeah. I played the land again. That's fine. We've got to keep our mana up and end the turn. Okay, so land does draw him a card. He's got something else in his hand. Okay. Right, so... let's remember, this goes to 5/5. The plan here, past the blockers. Obviously this is designed to trade off with him. I'm just thinking you might have the card in his hand might be the trample card. We're going to Midnight Assassin the Broker's Initiate, and we'll just block that one there. If he's got Cabaret Charm, we might be dead. If he can do it, if he's got 7 mana. Oh, he doesn't have quite enough mana to do that. So I think we're okay. So 4 blockers. That's pumped up to 5/5. Has he got any tricks in store? Boon of Safety. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, yeah, let's resolve that. So that's not going to die, even if I do Quick-Draw Dagger. That's a shame. So I'm gonna Quick-Draw Dagger anyway on the Maestro's Initiate. Keep one of my bodies alive. Right, Rocks Pummeler, or yeah, let's just not to put too fine a points on it. He can draw one haster off the top, right? We don't want to chump block with Evelyn. I think we will... Yeah, I'm thinking too long again. We want to chump block with the Maestro's Initiate, actually. So he could get removal for this, and then I have to chump block. That's the only problem. So yeah, that's the solution. I think attack with 2. Have 2 blockers. What's the worst that could happen? Plasma Jockey is the worst thing. So because that attacks, makes something unable to block, that becomes a 5/5. Rocks Pummeler can't block. So, okay. Yeah, nice. That's the... Yeah, just didn't think of that eventuality at all. 3 damage goes through. He has to chomp block here. I go down to 1. He gets to draw another card. I do have 10 damage. I do have a Corrupt Court Official. I can blitz this, so that's 12 damage. I don't think we have any more damage. 13 damage if we equip the dagger. I think let's keep some blockers up. Yeah, Sticky Fingers on the Pummeler, why not? Treasure token. Equip this. Yeah, okay, yeah, let's equip this onto Evelyn, so she's quite a hefty blocker. And what else can we do? We could tap out. Yeah, let's play Raffine's Silencer. Obviously, we're going to discard Demon's Due because it's not much good when we're on 1 life point. So all he needs is actually direct damage to the dome. I can't think of what that is in this set. It's going to draw a card, of course. One of them's a land. Can't take the tension here. He can't pump Broker's Initiate. I'm going to get ready on the good game. Is it direct damage? Maybe we got away with it. Right. Now, how many things do we attack with? We can play out a couple of chump blockers here. We've got a Mayhem Patrol we can blitz out as well. Yeah, I think we can blitz that out. That seems solid. We can still play Glamorous Outlaw as a blocker. This is a good shot to do 10 damage, I think. Yeah, it does. You can block 4 damage here. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and the Outlaw can do 2 more damage. Attack with everything. Now, what have I forgotten? What's the... Is he just waiting until this point to do direct damage? Create 2 1/1s. Okay. Oh, nice. That is a really good card, and that might just win him the game, because he's got to use those to chump block. Now that blocks 3. That stays alive, so he can kind of swing back next turn and kill me, maybe. So that one can't be blocked. Yeah, blocks the... Okay, so both of those are down. How much gets through? 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we still did it. Glamorous Outlaw, 2 damage. Make sure we cast the creature and not the ability. And I think we did it. Yes. Get that one next. Interesting, he let me scry there. Whew. Okay, that's a relief. We're back to gold 2. Very close, stayed alive on 1. But yeah, we got to see it. That was a really good game for Evelyn the Covetous, and we learnt how to use that card. You can only play one of the cards each turn, otherwise I guess it would be very overpowered. But is that 1 and 2? No, that's 1 and 1. We nearly lost that one. It felt like a loss. We shouldn't have lost the first game, but there you go. It was the old thinking a sorcery was an instant and then taking too long. But there you go. It's also known as the Swiss Gambit, I think. When you lose the first one, you hope your matchups are better. Okay, this looks good. Court Official, and then a dagger. And then we hope we get some blue mana and play Evelyn a bit later. If he plays a 3 toughness creature, we might be in trouble. We might not be able to deal with it. Cabaretti, so it might be small creatures, we hope. Okay, that's very helpful. That gets us 1 land closer to Evelyn. Okay, it is a 2/2. We might be able to take care of that. Does it get... It gives lots of things death touch. Pat Shop is gone. Good news. Right, no blocks here. Is there any follow-up? Does it have 3 toughness? It has 2 toughness. That's good. Right. Okie doke. Will he be suspicious if I leave my mana untapped? Do I just play the Midnight Assassin? You only get first strike till end of turn. I think I'll let him be suspicious. So this thing can give... So that's the 3 toughness creature. That's the And that's the one my Midnight Assassin will have to block. I think this is a case of just stopping the most damage here. I mean, the Death Touch is quite annoying, but let's take out the Social Climber because it does more damage. You know, I've got my own Death Touches as well, so that's and we can still trade off with the Connoisseur, which is pretty cool. Okay, maybe you can give that first strike. We'll see. I'll block with the official. Okay, just a trade-off. All right, Civil Servant, and that is a citizen, so that can be a 3/3 lifelink. That's quite scary, and I think the assassin would trade off with that quite happily. We also can flash in Evelyn to block some damage. Don't know if, yeah, not sure if Evelyn is very effective there. Are we happy to trade off with a Civil Servant here? That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, I'm taking too long again. I think, because we could equip this and do Demon's Due, right? At the end of his turn. I think that's fine. No attacks, end turn. Because I'm just thinking, I don't usually get to play this very often. This will hold off the Swordjack, so he'll go in with the Civil Servant and pump it up. And I'm happy to take that trade. And we'll do Demon's Due. This is at the point of the game we can get away with losing 2 life. I think we'll get... yes. We will get a source of blue mana. That is very useful for us. Waterfront District. He's not emptying his hand next turn, is he? I think we can hold a court official for a while. And... do next, we'll do end turn. We can't equip this at instant speed unless you play it from the hand, so we'll play Evelyn just to block, and hopefully he doesn't have a pump spell. That would be tragic for Evelyn. Don't want to take 2 more damage, but I guess it gets a pump spell out of his hand. He does have it. Ooh, the bookcase. How devilish. Right. I guess we do have a vampire, so we could get more things off the top if we want. I think I'm happy to just play this swamp from this free swamp. We do have a problem. This makes things unblockable. I think I like Court Official here. Might hit something quite important. He'd have... yeah, Caldire Strong Arm, there you go. Mayhem Patrol. And we'll blitz it. Blitz it out. hold Evelyn back for blocking. That's 2 damage, and we'll draw a card. So it's not. I think Mayhem Patrol maybe not super relevant here. We're looking for more removal cards. There we go. That's removal. Okay, that is now unblockable. So this is the best thing he can do this turn. That's good news. Do we want to stop 2 more damage just by doing it 5 damage? Yeah. No, he has hit a land there. That's pretty good news for him. This is where we did maybe missed a trick with the Vampire Scrivener. We could have used the Drain Life to pump this guy up a bit. We could actually play a land and do a bit more damage here. Actually, maybe we just play Ominous Parcel. We'll equip this to the official and just swing for 4. And end the turn. More land. Okay. Buy your silence on that. Interesting. He is concerned with that getting huge. It's plausible. Yeah, could happen. And we've top decked a land. Okay, let's figure it out. That got exiled, that guy. I think here we dig up the body and sacrifice the court official. And get some cool stuff back. I think that's best policy here. So definitely want a court official, and I'd say another vampire would be pretty cool. Let's get the Midnight Assassin, and we'll take out that card, whatever it is. Speakeasy Server, okay. Let's play an Assassin. Very nice. Let's keep playing lands, or shall we play a swamp and something cool like an Ominous Parcel? Yeah, that seems good. This is seeming like some card advantage we're getting here. I'm enjoying it. No need to attack there, and we'll end turn. Get that. It's being held for ransom. Okay. If we sack that, he gets to draw a card. Okay, over to my turn. So my feeling is we'll stack up some Quick-Draw Daggers on Evelyn and start beating him up. Or actually, this is simpler, isn't it? I think we can just blow up a bookcase. That's... let's put the dagger on the court official. Let's put a dagger on Evelyn as well. Let's swing in like that. I'm going to play out all of my lands because I've got a lot of spells to cast, it feels like. So this is another fantastic Evelyn game. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, over to my turn. Okay, so he's held a card in his hand. Unfortunately, it's going to disappear. Got a court official. It was a forest. Do we want to use Boon of Safety? Let's play one of these lands. And that's we won't use the Initiate just yet. Okay, you have a creature. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty insane. But yeah, Vampire Synergy can go a long way with Evelyn. Keep thinking I'm on 2 losses after that second game, but not as bad as I thought. Okay, this guy's bronze. Okay, well, maybe a risky hand. 2 lander and we've only got black, but we've got 2 court officials. That'll slow down my opponent a bit. Then we just have to draw some red, some mountains. I think it's keepable. He's got his tap land turn 1. So he's probably okay for mana. Okay, that is fixing. Okay, so that can help us cast Fatal Grudge, which might be very important. That's a good hit as well. So we're hitting some removal cards here. And that helps us draw a card for Fatal Grudge. So that's... I think we might want to do an Outlaw here. Right, I think yeah, we've got to save the mana for the Outlaw to mana fix ourselves. We'll just use this guy as a blocker. Ooh, Mayhem Patrol being blitzed out. Guess we're not too unhappy about that. I feel like that could be a very persistent source of damage. I'd have to use a removal spell on it. But he wants to get to his 4th land. I was wondering, he might be quite happy to trade Initiate for Official, but we'll use the ability here. Thank goodness for that. We've top decked a land anyway. We don't really want to use removal on this guy. We want to just... I think we'll... but actually we will corrupt Court Official again. I think that's probably the best policy. We hit a land drop, so we don't have to try and draw something. So... we get rid of a removal spell. Pretty nice. Like I say, it's 4th colour. 3rd colour, I mean. Good goons. Very nice. Okay, yeah. We just have to eat 4 damage there. I don't want to trade one of these for 4 life at this point in the game. makes it easier for his, obviously his initiate can get through a bit easier. So I notice we've missed a land drop. We're going to, now we sacrifice a court official, and he'll probably, he might trade it for the rogue, you know. Or we could strangle the rogue. Tell you what, we'll Fatal Grudge now. So he's out of there. Okay. We didn't draw the land. We will have to strangle the 2/2 because we don't have another way of dealing with it. So that was a good Gerdagoons by my opponent. Is there a 1 toughness blitzer that's really nasty? Yes, there is, but it makes your guy unable to block, so I think we just... There's no point not attacking, I think. Oh, yeah, okay, right, he's just gonna slam me with Gerdagoon after Gerdagoon after Gerdagoon. It's that stage of the game. We had an opportunity to get one of these, and we just we ignored it. And I've used a removal spell on the 2/2 creature. It feels bad, really. But very happy to hit a land. We're hoping he doesn't have Gerdagoon number 3. I think it's Facebreaker here. Swing in and get a treasure. That just seems good. First time we've seen the Facebreaker. Okay, and because, so this is going to gain me 4 life. I'll sack the official and kill the 2/2. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but I like getting 4 life points. That seems good to me. Yeah, your go. Okay. Or we can risk blocking here. No. Okay, I'm just going to sigil here. Mainly for the life gain. We still have one other removal spell. He's just going to keep going and churning these things out. Okay, that's dead. That's his turn. Okay, Nightclubber. Could just blitz out. So we get closer to finding that 5th land. We do have a treasure. We could we want to play Glamorous Outlaw as well. I think, yeah, we've so I mean we could hold on to Nightclubber, but it's not, we've not drawn it at the right time in the game. I think it's Nightclubber, blitz it out. We need that next land. Cool, that finds a land, so not bad. Evelyn can help us find land as well. That would have been another option. 4 cards left. Body Drop is a good one. Midnight Assassin, okay. The Evelyn could jump out here. 5 mana. We could Ominous Parcel and play a land and play a Silencer and then discard something. We might have to discard Dig Up the Body. Okay, yeah, I know, taking a long time. So, we want Silencer to be 2/2. I think there's things here we could discard. I think we could discard Dig Up the Body. I think this might be the best thing to do. Right. Okay, right. What's happening? Have we lost connection? No. Hit a swamp. Now, what do we discard? I think we discard Ominous Parcel here. And it says timeout used, even though I'm like doing my turn, so I don't understand that. But there you go. And we can go next and end turn. Right, Court Official. Oh, that's not very nice. Okay, I think we'll give up on the Dig Up the Body idea. Oops. Yeah, let's resolve that first. We can obviously dig up the body at instant speed. I think the removal spell is more important. Let's just mute this guy a little bit and pass to attackers. Okay, now we can't sacrifice here. Okay, so okay, Maestros Charm Body Dropper at the end of my turn is a possibility. Okay, how about, yeah, just go to my turn. Oh, Vampire Scrivener. So, yeah, we want to play Evelyn first. So I have got to watch it. I am out of timeouts again. Maestros Theatre, nice. Okay, he's got 2 cards left. He's got all this card draw up here as well for us to worry about. Okay. 1 damage through. That's Evelyn. Might have a counter spell, I suppose. Didn't really think about it. But I think we've got to do stuff at this point in the game. We are behind. We have nicked a Pugnacious Pugilist. I'm very happy about it. So that's murdered. Right, okay. That goes away. The Vampire Scrivener, I guess, would be a blocker in the air. That's maybe the best policy. Maybe we hold a mountain here. Okay, dig up the body, that gets bigger. He's going to do it, get 2 creatures back. So that's a very powerful card for him there. The Gurdagoons just come back. Yeah. Okay, that's horrendous. Nice. Really wasn't that keen on them the first time around. So he's going to sack it for 2 damage. Okay, that's okay. And that's going to get hit for 2 as well. Okay. So Blarper 2/2 in the air, or the Midnight Assassin. I'm going to kill the Assassin actually here. my board pretty effectively, to be honest. There isn't much effective... yeah, we can't do much, unfortunately, against this guy, the next guy coming in. Let's see, 6-7 mana. It's a bit short. But the body dropper is obviously getting out of control, so we have to Maestros Charm that now, before he can, like, sacrifice 2 things. Yes, and we're going to take 6 damage from this guy next turn. Yeah, he had the murder there ready for my my bomb, Evelyn, so he did well there. And it's the old double Girdagoon's treatment. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to stop this short of a we don't have hostile takeover in this draft, sadly. Unfortunately, this only does damage, doesn't gain me a bunch of life. Right, that would be a blocker on the ground. It's not a blocker in the air, though. This is the problem we have. So if he disconnects now, let's say, misses his turn, this is what we're relying on. But top decking removal for the flyer. But also on the ground, he's getting through for 2 damage. So it's not great. But yeah, double Girdagoons, it just kind of kills you a lot of the time. I don't know how you stop double Girdagoons. Yeah, there we go. So I think one decision was discarding Dig Up the Body. I don't know if that was the right choice. Obviously, that was fantastic for him. I could have used it to get my Evelyn back. That might have been the key to staying in the game. Right, so that puts us at 2-2. Okay, we've got all our colours. That's a good start. But it is a slow start. It's 4-drop, 5-drop. But that's good. That gets us to 4 mana. This thing doesn't do an awful lot. But that's good. Top decking a 3-drop. It's just big question is can we afford to do a Demon's Due this game? Yeah. The enemy forces are building up here. Got the corrupt court official. He has arrived a bit late. So we can do 4 damage to something with this this 2-card combo. He's made the treasure there, so he yeah, he's got plans. Because he can pump Chetmir's Fixer. I think, yeah, it's not great, but we're going to trade Midnight Assassin for a Chetmir's Fixer, I think, because it's quite dangerous. It's got potential to get pumped up. I'm okay trading off for it. It's a bit of a survival, but I'm not okay about using Corrupt Court Official and Grisly Sigil. So he's going to just play that out. Okay, and yeah, I don't want to trade with the Magician. He is correct there. Right. So I can just ping this guy for 1. Take him out. I can play the Forge Boss, in which case I think he just attacks with everything. Forge Boss can't block. Grisly Sigil goes well with Vampire Scrivener, so I'm inclined to try and keep this in my hand, and Demon's Due. So I want to play Forge Boss and just see if we can get away with it. I'm still on 16 life, so we'll see how we do here. Is that just coming in on its own? So you can pump it lots of times. We'll just take it out with Death Touch. Good. That wasn't as much damage as I was expecting. Right, so we've got the Scrivener play here. We'll take potentially taking 8 damage there and more if he's got blitzers. But yeah, I feel like this is the path to victory. I don't know though. Maybe he empties his hand next turn and then Court Official looks stupid. I think we've got an okay turn here. We've got Court Official, Mayhem Patrol to put out some blockers. So I think this is going to be quite an effective official. And it can trade with Plasma Jockey or Exhibition Magician. So, okay, Capenna Express, very interesting, right? And we just need blockers here because he's got so many things that can take out blockers. We could sigil here, but I'm not going to. Resist the temptation, see if we can get away with it. See if he's got... I guess getting a creature means he can stop 2 of my guys blocking. But obviously my Court Official can then still trade with the Jockey, which is cool. That's not very good. Okay, I mean that's brilliant for him. Rocco gets a 3-drop just straight into play from his deck. That can't block is what that means. Okay. Okay, great. Draw more cards. It's going to force something to attack next turn, which would probably be the creature that the Forge Boss has to attack. Yeah, okay. It's looking like I should not have kept the Soloist alive. Right. Okay, literally none of my creatures could block this, so... So that, I think that stopped 2 of my creatures from blocking. So that's how that works. It just... Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, Demon's Due is not going to be very good this game. Vampire Scrivener isn't going to do enough. Okie doke, let's swing in with a Forge Boss, because we have no choice in the matter. Yep, Sizzling Soloist followed by Rocco Cabaretti Caterer is pretty brutal. I don't think we survive this, so we're on 8. So only Grisly Sigil is relevant here. We could do a 1-pointer, or we could sack the Court Official to do... Or we could even sack the Forge Boss, which is pretty painful, to do 4 damage to the Soloist. And then still one of my guys can't block, but... yeah. I think we do that. Casualty 1 thing. We've got to... Oh, shit. Okay, I've done the same thing again. I ran out of time. But could that have worked? Well, it could have given me 4 life and put me on 12 life. I think I could have survived that turn. I don't think I... Yeah, that's kind of an issue, so... Got removal cards as well. That probably would win it for him anyway, we're thinking. And that can't block anyway, so yeah, great. Let's Demon's Due just for fun, because I can. This is why this card is terrible, so yeah, you just... When you're under pressure, it's a dead card, I suppose. When you're on the draw. Fatal Grudge, almost castable. Yeah. So that'll be 2 and 3 again. We really blew it in game number 1. Again, I must be getting tired or something, but I was running out. Well, this deck's just a bit too complicated because I'm running out of time. Thinking about how Sigil of Malice works, I think that seems to be the problem. We'll just have a little look at the deck. Grisly Sigil, it's called, actually. First of all, we learnt its sorcery speed. The other thing that melts my brain is... Right, the casualty 1 copies the spell. You can... Yeah, it says here you can choose new targets. You could... Okay, right. See, I still haven't figured out how this works. You can choose... if you choose the same target and it doesn't have a shield or something, you're doing 4 damage and gaining 4 life. But I was thinking, if the copy resolves first and does... It does... Oh, it does... Yeah, if the copy resolves first, it does 1 damage. Then the other copy does 3 damage. But you could do 1 damage to 2 different creatures. So I could have killed, like, Rocco and the Viashino, right? What's his name? The Plasma Jockey. And sacrifice and gain 2 life. where I could have targeted the Soloist. It would have done 1 damage, then 3 damage. I'd have gained 4 life and been on 12 life. And probably it was necessary to sacrifice the Forge boss because he'd had to attack. So I just to make sure I have enough blockers to survive. Yeah. Anyway, that's why it was complicated. I was spending too long thinking, but I just it's the first time using the spell, and it's melted my brain today, I think. Everything else pretty straightforward. Fatal Grudge, you've got to think about that one a little bit. Permanent types. But yeah, you're usually sacrificing a creature to take out a creature. I think any casualty card is kind of weird and difficult to quantify. But yeah, I think in the previous game I discarded Dig Up the Body to a Corrupt Court official. So, but I think it was kind of a tough choice. But I think if I'd kept it, I could have brought Evelyn back, which would have given me lots of card advantage. So I think that would have been the right choice. Yeah, and I guess with Nightclubber, do you hold on to it until they've got a 1 toughness creature? Because yeah, that was a difficult decision. I think I needed an extra land, so I just blitzed it out. That would have been in game 4. But yeah, I think it didn't make a difference. It's just, yeah, when people they get 2 of the Girdagoons, 1 turn after another. You don't want to chump block. you take 8 damage, and then I ended up using my removal spells, taking out the 2/2 creature that it leaves behind. So that was pretty brutal. I think in the draft I did have an option to get 1 Girdagoon, and I skipped it for some reason, for something else. I think it might have been Raffine's Silencer. I think this is a good card though. I think it might have been a good choice. Or it might even have been Nightclubber instead of the Girdagoon. I like trying these uncommons when they're available. We did see the Facebreaker once. We didn't really draw through my deck. We didn't have any of those really long games. So maybe 45 cards was... maybe that hurt consistency a bit. We actually got to use Quick-Draw Dagger. This is definitely the kind of thing I would cut if I'm going down to 40 cards, because it's it's conditional removal. But I was glad I got a chance to use it and try it out. To take out a creature or 2 with it. Yeah, Demon's Due was mostly terrible. The reason I put it in the deck was to fuel my Vampire Scrivener. Yeah, how did that work out? Well, we never got a single counter on Vampire Scrivener. I think we only had 4 ways to put counters on it. But it is a vampire. I think it did trigger Evelyn at one point, so it did have that advantage. So but this was probably the worst card in the deck. Well, no, Demon's Due was the worst card, then Vampire Scrivener. So I guess maybe these are the kind of things you can cut out of the deck. You only really need to cut 3 non-land cards, then you can cut 2 lands. So, a better version of the deck, you drop Scrivener, Demon's Due, and Quick-Draw Dagger, I guess. Then you've got a much tighter deck, where you drop a Swamp and a Mountain as well. Then it means you draw Evelyn slightly more often. So, and all of your removal cards. Because you don't really need Demon's Due in the deck to draw cards, because I've got so many other ways of getting card advantage. I've got Evelyn, Dig Up the Body, Maestro's Initiate, and Professional Facebreaker. So I was actually very good for card draw. It's just I was running out of life points too quickly. Yeah, but that was very enjoyable. When in one, I think the second win, just Evelyn completely took over the game and was just ridiculous. Then game 4, she got immediately murdered, which is quite reasonable. And I don't think adding Structural Assault and a bunch of artifacts would have helped me win any more games, to be honest. Yeah. Still, I wonder how many life loss and life gain things you need for Scrivener to actually be worth it. More than 4, I would say. Definitely need some of those life gain, those search lands to gain you, that can gain you a bit of life. That was a big thing I missed out on here. Yeah, no Maestro's Theatre. Right, I think I've added that to the decks. I'm just going to double check that. Don't know why I'm clicking on the deck. Discard changes you have to do, otherwise it complains at you. We are going to collect our rewards. Don't want to forget to do that. Yeah, 200 gems, sure. Right, fantastic. Well, that is the video, and thanks for watching.